Hello and welcome to the Stonehenge School BBC News Report with me, David, and him, Jordan.
Hello. In today's news, a beginner's guide to secondary school,
A beginner's guide to becoming a football manager,
sharing controversial views with PewDiePie.
all about a very British scam.
But now, we beginners will begin with the beginner's guide to beginning secondary school. Run VT.
Primary school students have recently found out their places for secondary schools. So we are here with 5 steps to get yourself started at secondary school. Welcome to How to Start at Secondary School for Dummies. This is our dummy. Step 1. Bring the correct equipment. Our dummy should have pens, pencils, and... What? What is that? No, you've got the wrong stuff. Put him away and try again. Okay, let's try this again. Our dummy has a PE kit, books, and... What now? Why did you bring this? Well, I doubt there's much more in there anyway. Never mind. Step 2. Make sure you find the right friends. No, not like a hooligan. Let's help you make some friends. Ah, this person looks friendly. Why did you try to make friends? What's happening? Stop! That's not how you do it! Well done. You made your first friend. Almost. Step 3. Put your hand up before speaking to a teacher. No, that's not how you do it. I give up. Step 4. Be punctual. Turn up on time. But you already failed that. Remember? Step 5. Never give up. Because no matter how hard things get, always remember, no one will ever be a dummy like this one. You don't need him. He has his own legs to walk home.
Well, I don't know who that dummy was, but he certainly filled the role exceptionally.
Now, have any of you dreamed of being the world's best football manager? Well, here's how. Run VT.
After a recent sacking of Leicester City manager Claudio Ranieri, the Premier League are looking for managers to fill in the places. But this can't just be anyone. They have to have experience in professional football, and they have to have the capabilities and abilities to lead some of Britain's best teams to success in one of the world's most competitive divisions. We sent our finest Stonehenge School reporters to find out more.
With that guide, you can manage to make it at least 2 Premier League matches without getting fired.
Now, what is the biggest scam of the century?
Is it the Maple method? Is it the Aussie method?
No, it's the Brit method. Run VT.
I want you to make hundreds of thousands of pounds in the next 30 days. If you don't make it, I'll pay you 10,000 in cold, hard cash right out of my own pocket. It couldn't be easier.
This is the Brit method, and it obviously is not true. It's an online scam made by someone going by the name of Jason Taylor. He claims to make you millions in days if you pay him £600. But of course, he won't. We interviewed a student at the Stonehenge School, and this is what they said.
So have you heard of the Brit method? No, I haven't. Well, it's an online scam by someone calling himself Jason Taylor. He says he'll make you hundreds of thousands of pounds in a few weeks, and if you don't, give you £10,000 in his own cash. His own cash? Sounds like a jealous offer.
If they ask for your account numbers or for money, it's not a legitimate email.
And how do you think this should be done?
I think people should maybe just be a bit more smart, and maybe some firewalls could be updated.
So, do you know have you fallen for anything like this, or do you know someone who has?
I myself, again with the Pokemon coins, but nothing else major, and I don't know, I think my friends are pretty smart.
Okay.
We started off with football, now on to rugby. England have won, but let's have some rugby boys tell us now. Run VT.
Hello, and today I'm here with Mr. Worcester, and we'll be talking about Owen Farrell, and he is one of the big names in the current England side. What do you think he brings to the team?
Well, I think he's a very, very reliable kicker, and in the modern game you need to have a reliable kicker. You need to be able to convert all your opportunities into points. And I think also he has a very individual head movement. I can't think of anyone else in the international game who does this. He's quite the same intensity.
Is it just Farrell making the team so successful?
I don't think it's just him. Obviously, coming from rugby league, he's got a much wider skill set than your average rugby union player, even as a pie eater. But no, I think the time is right for the England rugby union team, really. I think they're just coming together and gelling as a team.
Very interesting answers, and thank you for your time.
Some say he's the most famous man on the internet. Some say he's the definition of controversy. All we know is his name's PewDiePie.
Let's have some people share their thoughts on him.
Run VT.
So I hadn't actually heard of him, but you informed me and I saw that he's got 59 million subscribers, viewers, whatever it is on YouTube. And I watched some of the videos and I looked at some of the newspaper articles on why there was a lot of controversy surrounding him. And I have to be honest, I was a little bit appalled at what I saw, as well as not really understanding what was going on. He was just spinning around in a chair a lot, being very strange. But fair enough, if that's what you want to watch, that's okay, that's up to you. But for him to have written that on that website, and then for those two guys to have held it up, he knew what was going to happen. He knew they were going to do it. It's not a joke, it's not funny, and I know that it said that he apologised for it immediately, but it was too little too late. You know, he's obviously an intelligent person, or he's relatively intelligent to have built up this kind of empire online. He knows he's got so many people following him. He must have known that this was going to have a huge impact. And I think most people are sensible enough to go, oh my goodness, what an idiot. And he did put his hands up and say, I've made a mistake. But it's not surprising that some of the companies that were associated with him, they have to distance themselves. They can't be associated with anti-Semitic messages like that. It's just not acceptable, and whether it's a joke or it's not a joke, it's not funny. So, you know, I think people need to be very, very careful on what they're having a laugh about, because people don't find it funny. And, you know, I saw people leapt all over him online and really had a go at him, which he didn't react very well to. But he shouldn't have expected anything else. I think, you know, if I did that online, I would get as much abuse, if not more. If you did that online, you'd get in serious trouble. You know, I could lose my job if I did that. You could lose your place.
On to a more sensitive subject now. Mental health. This is a widespread problem which the BBC is especially interested in.
We have an interview with Stacey from Camps. Run VT.
Are there any obvious common signs of someone suffering a mental condition?
I think the main signs to look out for is a change in their usual presentation. So if you were to notice that people were spending less time with their friends when they used to spend a lot of time, or someone who maybe ate less when they usually really like their food, difficulties in sleeping is often a sign, and it might be too much sleep or too little sleep, and kind of struggling to concentrate, or changes in their kind of motivation towards doing their work, or changes in the way they do their work. But mainly it's about noticing the change in someone's personality, and then that impacting them negatively.
Okay, what causes mental health?
That's a very big question. So obviously there's.
Well, that is all from us from the Stonehenge School. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next year.